This is Score Golf, the voice of Canadian golf. Score Golf is powered by Volkswagen. From one good drive to another. Now, here's your host, Bob Weeks.
Welcome to Las Vegas. This week on SCOREGolf TV, we are in the city that doesn't sleep, Sin City. Yes, golf is a big part of Las Vegas. There have been PGA Tour and LPGA Tour events here for many, many years. Of course, the famous Tournament of Champions started here at the DI, which is no longer around. It's now the Wynn course. And there are some great golf courses here in Las Vegas, from Cascada to Shadow Creek to that Wynn course. But this week, we're not here to show you about the golf courses, but we're here to take you behind the scenes of a great shoot that Callaway is putting together to shoot all their TV commercials and all their web content for 2012. We're going to show you what goes on in this massive undertaking this week on SCOREGolf TV. We're also going to get a chance to sit down with the Callaway Golf Star of Canada. Yes, Adam Hadwin, who was playing on the Nationwide Tour in 2012 and finished 2011 as the #1 ranked Canadian player on the official World Golf Rankings. So lots coming up this week on SCOREGolf TV from Las Vegas.
Prospective, meeting today's PGA Tour stars.
After 923 winless days, Tiger Woods has finally tasted victory again. For the first time since September 2009, Woods took home a PGA Tour title at Bay Hill, and it seems as if the golf world has been waiting for his return forever. If you need proof of how important Tiger is to tour players, just listen to these guys.
Yeah, Tiger's really important to the tour and to us young players. I grew up watching him, and it'd be great to be in contention against Tiger, playing with him on Sundays. It's nothing but good things can happen with him playing well and being back in the main scene in the PGA Tour.
Seeing Tiger back is great. You want all the best players in the world playing and injury-free. He was so dominant for so long. To go through all the injuries and things like that and kind of drop off. It's good to see him back. The way he won at Chevron. Obviously, he's playing well and played well a couple of tournaments before that too. So it'll be an interesting year, I think, this year with Tiger back healthy and a bunch of young guys coming through playing well, and I think it'll be, it can only help golf. We all want Tiger out here every week playing as well as he can.
It definitely will be a resurgence for him this year. Whether he'll win as much as what he has in the past, I don't know, but you never say never with Tiger. He's a great golfer, and I guess he's coming to terms with everything that's happening in his life, and I'd expect him to do pretty well this year, definitely, yeah, for sure.
I know he struggled the last 2 years, but I think everybody does go through a slump, and that was his slump. And I think he's out of it. He was really excited when he went and played in Australia, the President's Cup and the Australian Open, and then obviously winning his tournament.
Look, I think certainly at the Chevron Challenge there was a change. There was certainly a tone. He looked different, obviously more confident, more trusting in your swing. And when you're more trusting in your swing, a lot of great things can happen, and he just hadn't managed to have any of that of late. So he's talking about a full schedule. So, I think that, like Greg Norman said, rising tide floats all boats. Great to see him out back in some form. Would be nice.
I really don't care. I can only focus on my own game. I never focus on anyone else's game. Tiger's a good friend, and I want him to play well, but I want to beat him as well. So, I really honestly don't care what anyone else does on the tour, and if it's my friends and they play well, then I'm going to call them up and congratulate them, but otherwise, my focus is always on myself.
Another guy who's been waiting for years to win again on the PGA Tour is Sergio Garcia. His last victory came in 2008 at the Players' Championship. There are signs, however, that his game is returning to form as he finished tied for 4th at the Northern Trust Open, and he seems to be enjoying the game and his life a little more these days.
Well, you can say that I'm enjoying it a lot more the last year or so, definitely. But I think that everything in my life, in and outside the golf course, it's a little bit more what I want it to be, and I've just been able to be a little bit happier on the course. Because of that, I've been able to enjoy it a bit more, trust myself a bit more, and things kind of happen a little bit easier. So, but other than that, it's just kind of work on it, and just kind of try to get the right things going.
As his game improves, so do his chances of playing in yet another Ryder Cup, one of his favorite events. How important is playing in the Ryder Cup?
It is important, there's no doubt about it. I love the Ryder Cup, and everybody knows that If I didn't happen to make it, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But obviously, this is one of the biggest goals I have this year.
But if you had a choice between winning a major or winning a Ryder Cup, what would it be?
I think that I've been fortunate enough to win the Ryder Cup 3 times, so it's not a really fair question to ask, I guess. So it would be a major if I had to choose, because I've won the Ryder Cup already. But both things are great, and Ryder Cup it's always very special.
Even though he's been playing on the PGA Tour for nearly a decade, he still gets excited knowing he has a chance to win the $10 million FedEx Cup Championship.
Well, I've played my whole career here. I played every year since I turned pro. So obviously playing in the US is important to me. The FedEx Cup is great. So I haven't had the pleasure of winning it yet. I hope to achieve it one year. I was close 2008, I think it was. But it's great. I think that not only for us, but for the fans, it brings something extra to the game. And anything that can help the game, it's always good.
Coming up next, we'll introduce you to one of the most remarkable golfers you'll ever see. Every year, golf club companies go to great lengths and spend a lot of money to try and make their golf clubs appeal to you. Of course, they want you to put those clubs in play. We've come down to Las Vegas to track what Callaway is doing. We're at the Callaway Golf Center here, just west of the Strip. We're here to see what they're doing in a program called Real Results. What they're doing is taking their top PGA Tour professionals as well as weekend hackers. They're having them hit their old equipment and then having them fit for the new Callaway gear and recording the differences, recording the reactions of what people think about having fit Callaway clubs in their bag. We want to take you behind the scenes and show you what a massive undertaking this is. It all started early in the morning with Alvaro Quiros launching balls at the range. The Spaniard had just come off a European Tour win in Dubai and took part in the Callaway Real Results program, designed to showcase the improvements the company's made to its clubs in 2012. It's a program created by Callaway's Carlsbad headquarters and their agency.
It's kind of an extension of what we did last year, which we call the Razor Challenge, which was compare your driver to our Razor Hawk driver. We got great response and great results from consumers. So Real Results this year is kind of taking that campaign, expanding it, and then utilizing that as part of our marketing plan. Everybody from a 15 handicap to a tour player can see benefit from switching drivers and getting the right fit in your hands. And we've seen outstanding results. Cameras are kind of going 24 hours, and we're going to then have a pretty detailed plan to distribute that throughout the year.
We got assigned to make an ad campaign for Callaway about this new driver, and one of the main features was its simple adjustability that gives you results right away. There's no real gimmicks about it. It's just real results from a really good technology. We kind of got tired of golf companies just telling you how many yards you can get. You can get this much longer with this driver, you get this much longer with this club. Why would they want us to tell them? Instead of hearing it from Callaway, they'd hear it from golfers just like them.
Soon after, former NFL All-Pro Jonathan Ogden showed up to test his game with new clubs.
The club itself was really nice. The shaft, the head, adjustability, everything was very nice about everything except my swing.
Now, how good of a golfer are you? How much do you play? I know you're retired now.
Yeah, I'm retired now, so I play a lot of down. I've had it as low as 8. I'm back up to around a 10 now, and I'm trying to just keep plugging away. It's an evil game, but I love it to death, and I wish it came as easy as football came. Football was so much easier, This game is crazy.
Now, we know there's lots of good NFL players who play golf. Who's the best one you've played with?
Sterling Sharp is right up there, +2. Trent Dilfer's another guy. Jeremy Roenick, that guy likes to have a beer or two on the course, but he can hit the ball. And Brett Hall, another good guy, Madonna. All those hockey guys, they're used to hitting something off the ground, so they're really good.
A big guy like you, I would think, would have a tendency to try and maybe want to muscle the ball. How tough is it to try and let yourself just kind of relax a little bit?
Learned over the years that you can't overpower the golf ball. You've got to stay in balance, tempo, rhythm, timing, all that's more important than power in golf. And I used to hit it a ton, but it really was hit and miss. Now I've learned 80% just smooth, and it tends to be down the middle or closer to the middle.
After Ogden's departure, Callaway Icon Pro Manuel de los Santos arrived to test his game. De Los Santos was a former Toronto Blue Jays prospect before losing his leg in a motorcycle accident. After watching the movie The Legend of Bagger Vance, he became addicted to golf and now has a 3 handicap.
In all my life, 7 years and a half, I play golf only Callaway. I never hit another club. The job at the club we do, I promise. I don't. When I put this club in the floor, I feel good. I don't look and I have a good swing. This club is my party. You understand?
Yes, yes, yes.
I feel good. I feel good. This is what I feel. See, this new driver, he give more, and I feel for me, I'm more happy. And about the swing, you say, I walking a lot. Hit ball, hit ball, hit ball, hit ball, hit ball, hit ball. The technique, I know it. I practice and play on the golf course. Now when I go back France to prepare for the tournament this year coming, I have a good feeling. You have one hand, 2 legs, 1 leg. When you do something and you feel good, this is more important.
You grew up in Dominican. You played baseball, and the Blue Jays wanted to sign you, correct? Tell us about that.
Woo. You know, I love every sport. I come into Dominican Republic. The national sport in my country is baseball. It's like basketball, football, American here, and baseball
Hockey
too.
for Canada.
And hockey for Canada. My dream coming like Sammy Sosa. Maybe not like him, maybe more, maybe, but. And I working hard. I give all what I got when I train, you know, and one day I go out and I lose my leg. But you know something? This is what I feel now. I prefer my life now and not the life I'm gonna have in baseball. I promise.
Why?
I think different. I respect the people. I like meeting people. In every country I go, I have a love with everybody. Be good with me, give you love. He want all the best for me. Maybe if I come a baseball player, I think I come and God. You know, and this not my way. This not me.
Canada's Adam Hadwin also had a chance to swing the new clubs, and we'll have his take on them later in the show. The young Canuck has built quite a name for himself, so much so that Callaway hopes his opinion on their equipment may create some more sales across the nation.
It's actually a really cool feeling knowing that people care what I'm using and what I say about it and that sort of thing. We were just doing a comparison between my current driver and the Razor Fit, and just basically showing the public out there, you know, how much better the Razor Fit really is, how much distance you're going to gain, ball speed, you know, all those things, and then show off the adjustability of it. We went through a fitting. You know, we just slapped on some settings and hit some balls, and we were seeing a ball flight that I didn't like. You know, within a minute we changed some settings around, and all of a sudden I was hitting shots that I wanted to see. So it's as quick as that. So, you know, just getting the public aware of the driver and how good it is, and showing it off a little bit.
Hey, even I was asked to hit some clubs and test the improvements in my game. I won't solicit any brand out there, but I can tell you that the clubs from Callaway are some of the best they've built in years.
Travel Getaways, looking at Canada's best golf destinations.
It's hard to find the right adjectives to describe Predator Ridge. Stunning, challenging, relaxing, beautiful. Take your pick, because this Okanagan community is all of them and more. For golfers, Predator Ridge is a 36-hole facility that offers 2 incredible courses that might be the best 1-2 punch in Canadian golf. Both the Predator and the Ridge 18s offer great golf in one of the prettiest settings in the nation. Balancing length and design strategy, the Predator course was built with a links feel to it. It's a stunning design with grassy dunes framed by windswept grasses that roll to the horizon. It was here that Predator Ridge hosted the Skins game twice. The course is a challenge for players of every skill level, but still eminently playable by all. The 7th hole is the first opportunity to see Lake Okanagan. The elevation is the first thing that captures you here. The hole measures 240 yards from the back tee, but the elevation change means you'll play at least a club shorter. Focus is a key on this hole, as the jaw-dropping scenery provides a constant distraction. The Ridge course was designed by Doug Carrick and named SCOREGolf's best new course in Canada for 2010. Taking advantage of the natural topography of the site, the course is defined by long, scenic fairways juxtaposed with harsh, rocky outcroppings. Elevation changes can be dramatic, and club selection is often the key to scoring well. The 10th hole is an example of that as it works its way back uphill. The bunkering off the tee is very impressive and visually stunning. However, don't mistake the beauty of this hole for ease of play, because if you don't find yourself in the fairway off the tee, you'll have a difficult shot to reach the well-protected green. Predator Ridge has a commitment to delivering a great golf experience. To that end, they've welcomed two-time PGA Tour winner and Canadian Golf Hall of Famer Dick Zokol to head up the golf development operations. And former LPGA Tour player and Canadian Amateur champion AJ Ethorn is teaching at the Golf Academy. Of course, there's more than just golf at Predator Ridge, as it's a wonderful place to get away and spend some time in a serene environment that will put your mind at peace. The accommodation is stunning, with first-class rooms in the lodge featuring units with kitchens, fireplaces, and balconies with stunning views. In addition, Predator Ridge has exclusive access to Sparkling Hills' world-renowned Kerr Spa, positioning the Okanagan among the top wellness destinations in Canada. And you can dine in one of the many different restaurants on site, including The Range, and sample some of the great world-class Okanagan wines. If you visit and fall in love with Predator Ridge, then you can make it your home permanently, as it's a thriving community with over 500 homeowners. Predator Ridge, one of Canada's premier golf destinations. After the break, we'll get more reaction from Adam Hadwin about this year's Callaway line of clubs and a couple of tips to help your game.
The Technology Report, a look at the science, research, and development of the game.
Being a Callaway staff player, Adam Hadwin hit the new 2012 Callaway clubs for the first time, and we got his instant reaction on how these clubs will help an average golfer like you and me. An uncompromised forged iron for elite golfers, what sets the Razor X forged irons apart is the unique triple net forging process. This three-step forging yields superior feel and enables high-performance Tour CC grooves to be precision forged into each club face. Okay, so these are your clubs. Obviously, you like them. I mean, they must feel pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very happy with these irons. I've played with them all year. It's a great-looking head, very slim top line, which is what I'm looking for, and a great feeling club as well.
You're at the RBC Canadian Open. You have to hit a shot that's going to count and let you have a chance to win that tournament. This is the kind of club you need in your bag to give you that chance.
Absolutely. No, when you're under the gun, you need a club that you can set up to and you have confidence in, and this is the club for me. It looks great, it feels great, it performs even better than both the looks and the feel. Couldn't be happier.
You put these in the bag this year.
Yeah.
How quick was it for you to adjust to this and just make it feel like your own?
It was a very easy adjustment. It's a great looking head. Like I said before, it performs great. When switching irons, the one thing you got to look at is whether or not you can set up to it and if you got confidence with it, and I had it right away with these Callaway irons.
The new Razor X Tour irons are designed for low to mid handicap players looking for a next generation combination of playability and workability. How about that one? How'd that feel?
It's got a good feel again. It's kind of the mid-range iron, but forgiveness, but the lookability of a really professional iron.
So if you're like a 10, 12 handicapper, this might be a good iron to put in your bag then?
Absolutely. It gives you that look of more of a tour iron, but it gives you that forgiveness on off-center hits that you're going to need.
Do you think this is something that a lot of people will enjoy putting in their bag? It's a good-looking club, fun sort of?
I think so, yeah. It's going to help your game out, as well as, it's going to give you a look to, you're going to feel like a tour pro out there. It provides the perfect combination of looks, as well as the workability and the forgiveness that you're going to need to play well.
Hex Black Tour promotes low spin off the tee for more distance in your long game, and high spin on approach shots for total control and aggressive stopping power into the green.
I was introduced to it late this season. I've had a chance to work with it now for quite a bit. Really excited to put it in play this new season with all the new Callaway clubs. Feels great off the driver face. I'm seeing improvements in ball speed and spin rate as well. Irons, it's still just as good coming off the club face. Better feel though. And then around the greens is where they've really improved this golf ball with. Much better feel with the wedges and the putter, softer feel around the greens, and more spin. You know, we're always looking for more distance off the tee and more spin around the greens, and I think Callaway's got it with this new Hex Black. I signed on at the end of last year to become a full staff player with Callaway. I'll be going into my second year at the beginning of this year, and I couldn't be happier. It's been the best company that I've been involved with. All the staff have been great. They've met all my needs throughout the year. There hasn't been anything that I haven't gotten when I've asked for it. The equipment's great. Best equipment that I've played so far.
Just around the corner, we've got a couple of Adam Hadwin practice tips to help improve your game.
Swing School, lessons to help you play better golf.
In tournaments, I often face windy conditions such as today. Here are a couple tips to help you battle the wind the next time you're playing. The first thing, I'm going to widen my stance just a little bit to stabilize a little bit better. I'm going to tee the ball down a fraction lower than I normally do. That's going to keep the ball lower in the breeze. And I'm going to choke down on the golf club as well. It's going to promote me swinging a little bit easier, and it'll produce less spin off the club face, and it'll fly straight through the breeze. Common problem here is people feel like they got to swing harder to get it through the breeze. Very common misconception. Remember the line, when it's breezy, swing it easy. It'll help you fight the breeze much better. Common problem I see with amateurs is they'll decelerate at impact through the putting stroke. Here's a tip to correct that problem. Line up a short putt. Put your putter right behind it, and without taking a backswing, push the ball into the hole. This will teach you to accelerate through the ball, and more putts will end up in the bottom of the cup. Try this tip the next time you're out before a round of golf with your new Odyssey putter.
Week Speaks is brought to you by Bushnell, makers of the Pro 1M and Tour Z6 rangefinders.
Adam Hadwin's story is a wonderful one. In just 2 short years, he's really gone from a rookie professional to contending to win PGA Tour events, and of course in 2012 he'll be plying his trade on the Nationwide Tour. But Adam is not the only great young Canadian golfer. In fact, if you go back to last December's Q School, there were 9 Canadians trying to get their PGA Tour cards. Well, none of them got right to that top level, but a number of them have stepped up. They'll be playing on the Nationwide Tour. They'll be playing again on the Canadian Tour. And what we're seeing perhaps right now is a changing of the guards. You have Mike Weir and Stephen Ames well into their 40s and perhaps on the back 9 of their career. And a new wave led by Adam Hadwin with Ryan Yip and Mitch Gillis and players of that ilk getting up there and trying to become the next wave of great Canadian golfers. That's it for this week on ScoreGolf TV. Don't forget to log on to scoregolf.com to get all your fill of Canadian golf news. We'll see you next time right here.
Thanks for watching Score Golf on TSN, the voice of Canadian golf. Score Golf is powered by Volkswagen. From one good drive to another. Jack Link's Beef Jerky. Feed your wild side. And Kelowna Tourism. 19 golf courses from easygoing to ego-shattering.
Clothing provided by Callaway Golf Canada.